up? It's Annika, and of course everyone is literally changing their home screens like crazy because of the iOS 14 update. So in this video I want to walk you through how I set my widgets and kind of played around with my aesthetic and modified my home screen to make it all like cute. If you are not already, please subscribe to my channel. I post a lot of finance and debt journey videos, as well as iPad and Procreate tips and iPhone photo editing and all of that good stuff. So be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell to get a notification when I post a new video. But in this video I want to walk you through how to add a widget and some inspo on what you can do to your home screen and how you can utilize things like Pinterest and Google Images and get a cool home screen going. So hopefully you have like at least an hour to sit down and do this, like at least, especially if you don't know how to do it yet. Like it'll take you a second to get the hang of it, but then once you know how to do it, the hardest part is just thinking of how you want to design it. And for me, since I'm just so indecisive, like it took me forever to be like, okay, well, how do I want my page to be? Like, do I want this color scheme? Like, blah, blah, blah. So once you kind of have that down, then it's so easy to just like throw it all together and just do it. So I did a spooky theme to start off with because I'm just like super into fall and orange and just being organized. So that's the route I went with. Obviously, I can change up the color scheme later for Christmas or whatever season and change up the images, and you can decide to go with a theme or just pick like a neutral color palette. Whatever you like, this is your phone, up to you. But this is just what I did, and I realized that it is seasonal, so. Okay, so the first widget I had was to yell at me what day it is because I never know what day it is. So that needs to be like the first thing I see. You kind of want to think about setting it up in that manner. Like, what's the first thing you want to see? What do you want to have on your original home screen? Do you want to have your original app icons on your dock at the bottom? Because when you use the shortcuts method of adding in your own image for the app icon, you don't see the app notifications anymore. And if someone else were to like come and use your phone, like they probably wouldn't know how to find it. Or unless they like searched for it, which is like pretty easy still. But I don't know, I like keeping my home screen like dock at least normal, so that way it's just easy for me and I can still see the notifications for things that I want to see the little number notifications for. But everything else, like I don't really care about seeing that, so that's like totally up to you. But so next page, I made like a little work page. I put in the calendar and my schedule, so it just shows me my next meetings, which is really helpful, and I can just kind of see the month at a glance. My next page is just like a chill page, and I love using little like titles at the top. Just for me, like I just like that vibe, and you can pick the colors and everything and even make it an image if you want, so I'll show you how to do that. I also downloaded the little motivation app so I can add the motivation widget. And then my last page that I have visible, I just had a neon "you're doing great" quote, and it's actually just an image that I put in for the widget. And then just all the other apps that like I still want handy, but I'm not gonna go through and add little icons for all of those just because like I don't feel like it. So the last page is actually just leading you to your app library, and this will just show you all of the apps that you have on your phone so as not to like clutter all of your screens. But with the update, you can also just hold down on the dots at the bottom and change which page you're on. So I really only wanted like a couple screens. Okay, so first thing you want to do is obviously update your phone to iOS 14, and the next thing you want to do is find your app store, and you can just type in widget and a few different options will pop up. But the color widgets app is very popular. I just didn't like how it looked. Some people like how it looks, so if that's something that catches your eye, you can download that. But you can download the color widgets app. I mean, the photo widget app is kind of redundant because what you can do with it, you can already do with the WidgetSmith app. So the WidgetSmith app is the like key app that you want to download, so make sure you download that. I also downloaded the motivation app and the Steve jumping dinosaur widget, which is just like a fun little game. So make sure you download WidgetSmith. Let me just open that up. So when you open it up, I think you'll only have like small number 1, medium number 1, and large number 1. So I went in and added the widgets that I wanted. So as you can see here, I added in like a skeleton image, my ghosties, and like calendar stuff that I wanted. But you can go in and under each size, small, medium, and large, add the widget, and it will add like another number. So you just tap on it. So I'm just tapping on small number 7 for me. Tap on it again, and you can see a list of options. So there's a lot of things ranging from time to date, and you can see the different formats, and you can pick whichever one works for you. So I think, let me create a new one where I have like a photo. So let me click on the photo. Then you can just click on the next kind of like tab that it's divided where it says selected photo. Here's where you can choose the photo that you want. So I can go in, and if I wanted to choose these cute little skeletons, I could do that. Go back. Then click on the name, so tap to rename, and this will be really helpful when you are going to add the widget to your home screen. If you name it like an actual corresponding name instead of leaving it at the default, because then you have to like remember what number it was. So I'm just gonna do dancing skeleton image, save, and now it's added. So I can add in like a medium widget. Let me do that. Tap on it again, and let me do like a title. So let me do custom text, and you can see it opens up like the different tabs that you can choose from. So text, let me enter in my text. Please subscribe. And then I have the fonts app downloaded just because it adds in a built-in font keyboard because I'm extra. Okay, and you can choose the font. I've used New York for all my other titles, but I kind of like the SF Mono. Okay, I can choose the color now. So I like the white, but let me see. Let's choose like the cream color, and let's actually go change the font, or the tint rather, to black. Background color, and then you can also choose an outline. I like the outlines for the titles, but not for anything else really. So then I'm good to go. Tap to rename it. I'm just gonna name it YouTube, save. So now that medium widget's there, I can add a large widget, tap on it again, and see what other options I have going here. I can add in my reminders. So lists, I haven't even really used my reminders app, so I don't even know what's on the list. But you can kind of customize it, obviously, going through. I'm gonna change it to New York. I'm gonna change it to 20%. I'm gonna rename it, reminders, save. So now I've got a few different things that I want to add. So now, if you just hold down anywhere on your home screen, it will make everything shake so that you can edit your home screen. And you can either click the plus button to add in a widget, or click on these dots and it will open up all of your pages. So let me like add this next page in. So now I have my other page that I didn't want anymore, but just for the sake of this example, I'll add it back in. So you can add the plus sign and scroll to the very bottom of this menu all the way down to the WidgetSmith app. So it's in alphabetical order, so WidgetSmith W at the very bottom. Now you pick which size you want. So you have to build your widget in the WidgetSmith app before you can come into your home screen and add the widget. So make sure you do that first and know what size you want. So let's say I want to add in a small widget. It will pull up a default one, so all you have to do to change it is just tap it, click on the small number 6, which is just the name of the widget. And as you can see, it lists out the names of all of the widgets. So that's why you want to name it something that goes with the image. So let's say I wanted to add the dancing skeleton image. Okay, and then it adds it. Let me go add in the medium widget. So scroll to the very bottom, WidgetSmith, medium. And it defaulted to the image I had earlier, so let me change that to YouTube. Perfect, please subscribe. And let me add in the large one to show you that as well. So just click on WidgetSmith, scroll over to large, click add widget. It will add in the default. So obviously you have to think of placement as well, so the different sizes of the widgets and how they can all be cohesive on one page. So obviously I can't have more than 2 widgets if I'm choosing to make a large one and a medium on the same page. So I can just tap on it and click on reminders. And then I don't have any reminders listed in my reminders because I don't really use it. So that's why I just didn't add it. But yeah, so then I could just click done and there we go. And now you can play around with it as much as you want. So if you just hold down on any of your widgets or apps, you can say either edit widget or edit home screen, and you can move things around. Let me say that I want this image here, and that's where you can get creative with it. This is another thing, you can just remove apps from your home screen and it'll just move it to the app library, so it's not like it's not taking up space on your home screen and like cluttering everything. Okay, so there you have it. That's how I set up my home screen with the new iOS 14 update. Now I'm going to show you how I kind of utilize Pinterest and Safari to kind of help me create the images and all that fun stuff. So you're going to want to open up Pinterest, and I obviously just like found that image that I just showed you on Pinterest, and I search up things like neon signs quotes and like a specific color, or you can search up like fall background or neutral color and just kind of start a different board and save those photos, and then you can just add them in as widgets, so then you can play around with like the full aesthetic of that. So I actually created all of my icons, the orange ones that you see, of all my like social media apps. I created those on Procreate, and I will actually show you now an easy way to do that. And if you don't have Procreate, you can also just search up on Google Images or Pinterest like the name of the icon, like Instagram icon, and then a color and then aesthetic or any combination of that, so that you can find already made icons in your color scheme that will work for you, and then you can just download the image and put that image to the widget, which is pretty simple. But I wanted specific like colors to match my wallpaper that I chose for the sparkly pumpkins, so that's why I went through that I did. Okay, so now let me show you how I did this on Procreate. So as you can see, I only changed my icons for the dock. Those are the only ones I really wanted to be cute and like match, but the other ones I don't care about. So I'll actually just show you in my Procreate, I created a new square canvas, and I just kept the background color, the color that I wanted to be cohesive, and I just added in the PNG files of all of the icons that I wanted and added that in to a new layer. So let me just like show you. I like went in and just changed all the colors of the icons that I wanted, and I'll show you a simple way to do this. So you can create a new square background to whatever color you want, and then you can search up like Instagram app icon outline PNG is what I use, and it worked really well for me because it pulled up the like icon finder. That's a really good one. So I can just hold on the image, add to photos, or if you're on your iPhone, you can just save it to your photos. I can go back into Procreate. I can go into my wrench tool, click on add, click on insert photo, add in that Instagram icon that I just loaded in, size it up, and to take up the entire square because that's like the size of your icon. And let me center it. Okay, and then what I do is I just turn on alpha lock to make sure I only color in the lines. And I also use a selection tool on automatic, which has changed my life. You literally just tap on what color you want to change it to, or like the item that you want to change the color of. And let's say I want to use this white color that was in my color scheme. It's kind of like an off-white. And I can just drop it right in, deselect it, and now I'm done. I literally just made the Instagram icon. So you can do that with every other image. So if I wanted to go in and add in like Twitter app icon outline PNG, because you want it to be a transparent background because that will make your life so much easier. Click on one that looks pretty good. This one looks great. You can save it. I already have it saved, so I don't need to add it in. But I could go in, insert photo. Let's go find the Twitter. Make it however big you want to. And then I turn on alpha lock. Use my selection automatic. And I will drag in the color that I want to make it. turn off alpha lock, and drag in the color. Oops, turn off selection. Drag in the color to fill in my icon. So this might happen where you have like this outline, but then you can just go paint over it and make it however you want. So that's really easy. So then I just save them to my camera roll, and then I just airdrop them all to my iPhone, and then I use the shortcuts app on my iPhone to add a shortcut to all of the specific apps. So a quick little recap of adding the shortcuts to your phone. You just want to find the shortcuts app and click on the plus sign in the upper right hand corner, rename it. I'm going to say open Instagram. I'm going to click add to home screen. This name right here where I just tapped in the shortcut name, that's the name that's going to show up. So I typed in Instagram in all caps, clicked on the tiny little image, and I click on choose photo. And let me find my Instagram icon. It looks perfect. It's already in the shape of the square, so it already fits perfectly. I can click add. It'll say add to home screen, but you're not done. So right now it won't take you to Instagram. You want to make sure you click on add action, search for open app, click on open app, and under scripting where it says open, click on choose, search for Instagram, and now click done, and now you're done. So now I added the Instagram shortcut to my home screen, and now I can move that around however I choose. But be aware when you do click it, you'll briefly see the shortcut screen, and then it will take you to Instagram and like open up whatever app you had. So as long as that doesn't bother you, then you're good to go. I know it bothers a lot of people, but honestly, like, I don't really care. So there you have it. That's how you can add really cool widgets and photos and cute app icons to your phone with the iOS 14 update. Using the shortcuts app to like create the cute icons isn't new with iOS 14, but because of the new widgets feature, it just makes it cooler to use like the aesthetic app icons now. So I don't know, it's coming back and it's a big thing, and I honestly hopped on board this time. I had never done that before and I didn't see the need, but honestly just sat and took a few hours and did it just because I felt like it. So if that's you, hope this helped, and give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it and it was helpful. Please leave me any questions in the comments down below, as well as keep up with me on Instagram at Annika's Paintbrush, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. I've been posting a lot of finance and debt journey videos, as well as kind of Disney vlogs, fall vlogs, and now a bunch of iPad tutorials, so stick around. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!